Well, it is still early in the SSL season, but already contenders and pretenders starting to emerge from the pack. Hello, everyone. I am Metafiction, and as I say, we've already had some very exciting matches, and with still a lot of soccer to play, there's not really any way to tell for sure how it's all going to shake out just yet. But already we can see some very inspiring performances from these teams, especially last time out, where Hollywood FC, with a last minute winner in stoppage time via Pete Martell, getting a win in their last match. They're in action first, away to AC Romana. Later on, it's Tokyo versus SFB, then Reykjavik versus Buenos Aires, and we cap off with Catalunya versus Sao Paulo. First, though, we do travel to Rome, and frankly, a very exciting match, I would say, between teams that probably were expecting to do a little better last couple of seasons than they did. Still early in the season, of course, still plenty of time to build momentum, but Hollywood only one win from their first three. We're hoping to have made a real title push. Still time for them to do that, but really need to get on track here against Romana. Here we are at the Colosseo. A 4-2-4 for AC Romana. The offset holding midfielders there. With Hollywood FC, it's a 4-2-3-1. Lightning playing a little withdrawn compared to Bailey. When you see the table, Buenos Aires currently with a 1-point lead over Reykjavik and Tokyo. We'll see if that lasts by the end of the day. Again, still very, very early in the season. Interesting to see who emerges on top after this set of matches. In the meantime, it is Hollywood get us started, going right to left in the white and gold. Steve Romano, though, winning the ball pretty much immediately. In the purple and gold, left to right. There is Nunez up the far wing. Gets past McGrain and sends in the corner of the cross. Gronkowski tried to head it into King, but Ali Dia conceding a corner, and perhaps happy to do so rather than the alternative. Nunez will take the corner here. Delivered in. Blackman trying to head it in to a friendly shirt, but only finds Dexter Hall in goal. It's another corner for Romana here. This time, Jurgen Muller. It's into the 6-yard box, but it's headed clear to Gronkowski. Muller again. Now here's JQ at the edge of the box, lets loose, and fires well wide for a goal kick. Hollywood pressuring, but Nunez breaks the pressure to Pascal Enevier. Now here is Muller up the middle. Out wide now to Hoppity. Into the box, past Cormier. Got the shot off, but all equal to it. Hoppity doing well to get in position to take that shot on goal, but couldn't get the finish right. Hollywood already in a bit of danger here. With the pass to Scud Muffin. Now here's Martel, the winner scorer of the previous match. Crosses in. And Closa gets the angle wrong on the header. It'll be a long ball from Kerrigan here. Balls to Pinkman. A little bit of space here. Enevier closed down by McGrain, but it's back to Muller. Muller in, and Hull had that covered. Romana very much up for this. Taking the initiative early on. No end product just yet, but looking to dial up the pressure as the game wears on. Here is Hoppity. Muffin keeping pace. Hoppity sends in the cross. Headed up and over the bar by Pinkman. Long ball from Hall. Falls to Kurt Lightning. Tried the through ball to Martell, but cut out. Bailey gets to it. Martell and Nunez blocking that shot from Brooks. And it goes behind for a Hollywood corner kick to be taken by Scud Muffin. And it comes in, headed clear. Brooks trying to head it back on goal, but a little too much loft on that, and Kerrigan able to get under it. No real killer chances by either team just yet. Romano looking a little more dangerous, but have yet to find that end product as Brooks sends in that corner for Hollywood. They're heading it clear, but Muffin gets to it. Now here is Cormier off the post. As soon as I said that, Brooks squares it, and Kerrigan holds on. And that's the closest that either of these teams have come 30 minutes in. Hollywood's first really dangerous chance, I would say, but it goes off the post, courtesy of Cormier. And here's Muller for Romana. Pinkman in a dangerous position. Tried to lay it off to Anvier, but the defense too strong. Blattman up to Q. Anvier forward to King. And Tyson King did not score. It is offside. Well, we thought that was the breakthrough. It was such a beautiful through ball, but Tyson King offside, and the goal ruled out. Now Milton Nunez trying to square it, but Dia there to deal with it. Muller with a shot, and again! And this time it sticks! What a shot from Jurgen Muller! Nunez lost control of the ball, but got it back. Dia cleared, but Q able to touch it out to Muller, and what a shot that was! From 30 yards out by Jurgen Muller. An absolute laser into the bottom corner. And it is AC Romana 1, Hollywood 0. And now Romana coming forward again through Hoppity. Lightning gets the foot in. Hoppity still down, but Gronkowski recovering it. And Muller had another go. Hall tips it behind. Physio coming on to tend to the wounded player. They're approaching halftime. Gronkowski good to play on. Here is Muller on the corner kick. Delivered. Punched clear, headed clear by Lovrich. Gronkowski. Shot blocked. Now here's Black. And this attack seemingly rebuffed for the moment. And that will take us into halftime. It is a wonder goal from Jurgen Muller that is the difference so far here in Rome. AC Romana 1, Hollywood 0. Romana in the driver's seat as things stand. Hollywood with only one shot on target thus far will need to pick that up if they're to have any hope of coming back into this match. Romana currently in control, but we've seen before how quickly momentum can shift in the SSL. There's no such thing as a sure thing. That said, Romana really turning it on there, as you can see from the XG graph in the upper left. Really turning it on in the latter stage of that first half, surrounding the goal. Some very good chances for Romana, including that goal that was marked off for offside. And so we begin the second half with Romana kicking off, going right to left. Gronkowski with the through ball from Muller. Brooks intercepting that pass, looking to find Nunez on the overlap. Now Klose to deliver a corner kick for Hollywood. Into the air, Dia gets it, and Bailey gets the shot wrong. Had a lot of space, did Bailey, but couldn't get it on target. And Martel unable to score with that chance. It was a good delivery, but again, getting the angle of the header wrong. Corner kick for Romana. Here's Muller. The goal scorer delivers. And it's scrabbled clear ultimately and back out into touch. Nunez to deliver the throw to Anavier and back. Anavier back out to Q. Nunez squares it to Muller. Muller has another shot, this time saved by Hall. Nunez with the corner kick. Goes back out to Gronkowski. Nunez. And Nunez will move offside. And it will be a free kick to Hollywood. Now King finds Nunez out wide. McGrain trying to close down. Nunez turns. McGrain tries to get the foot in, but can't. Here's Q. Muller to Anavier. Anavier shooting wide. Courtesy of a Hollywood defender, meaning it is a corner kick to be delivered by Nunez. And LeVere heading it into the top deck. Less than 30 minutes to play. Nunez sends in the corner kick. This one goes out to Gronkowski. Now Nunez. And it's another corner this time. Conceded by Martel. Back out to Nunez. Gronkowski. Hugh. And another corner. Romana piling on the pressure with several corners in a row. Can they find a breakthrough? Nunez. Not on this occasion, as Hall holds on to it. Now a free kick from Brooks. Taken short to Bailey, but the shot blocked. Bailey trying to get on the end of that, but Muller sends it up the pitch. Hollywood running out of time. This would make it 3 defeats out of their first 4. As Muller brings the ball forward. Bailey able to steal that touch away, but it ends up back with Q. Pinkman turning, finds Nunez. Brooks with a strong challenge but misses, and Milton Nunez makes him pay for it. Well, Nunez, with some deft footwork, finds his way around the defender. Brooks makes the challenge but can't secure the ball. Nunez gets to it first. McGrain can do nothing about it. Hall could do nothing about it. Hollywood can do nothing about it. It is Romana 2, Hollywood 0. Now here's Muller. Just inside the box, Hall tips it over. And it's yet another corner, taken by Muller, and sent clear. Gronkowski, Martel closing down. Now Q with the long shot, and couldn't get enough curve on that to make it a threat. Well, Hollywood have faced a firing squad so far, 20 shots by Romana. Hollywood do have a corner to try and get one back, though. Klose sends it in, and the header goes just past the post. And a massive chance going begging there. Cormier trying to nudge past Gronkowski, but can't, and Romana intercepting the sideways pass, and now Pinkman. Now here's Nunez. Brooks in pursuit. Has to be careful on a yellow card. Muller. Gronkowski. Here's Hoppity in the box. Lots of threats for Romana. Muller. And another save from Hall. Nunez sending it clear. Or sending it in. The ball does eventually go clear. And now, could there be a counter on? It's Bailey making a run. Pinkman, though, in hot pursuit. Able to pressure the move into fizzling out. The long ball finding nobody. Kerrigan falling on it. Hollywood running out of options as the seconds tick by. Need to find not just one, but two goals to salvage a point. Intercepting that pass from Muller. Now here is Mograine. Bailey with the diagonal pass. Martel gets onto the end of it just. Back to Cormier. And again, Cormier just with a near miss. Hitting the post earlier today and now just whistling beside it as Nunez's free kick takes a few deflections, ultimately sent away. Bailey with a strong challenge there to stop King from doing anything. And now Pascal Inniviere being forced off by injury. Well, this late in the match, it could be worse, but you never want to lose one of your premier players, especially not in this manner. As that header falls in, courtesy of Walter Pinkman, but it rules offside. Pinkman in an offside position. Well, it looked like that would be a third, but Pinkman too far advanced. And the score remains 2-0, and it seems, based on the lateness of the time, that is where it will stay, as Mograine's cross only finds Kerrigan. This makes it 3 defeats out of their first 4 for Hollywood. A less than ideal start for a team that might have had title aspirations at the start of this season. Certainly still time to turn it around, but with a margin for error as low as it is, you have to wonder, can they string together a title challenge now? As for AC Romana, it's a strong victory that this will be over a very talented Hollywood team. And there is the final whistle here at Coliseo. AC Romana, courtesy of a lightning bolt from Jurgen Muller and some deft movement from Milton Nunez, will emerge from this one victorious by a score of 2-0 over Hollywood FC. It is Muller who gets your Player of the Match award with the goal, obviously, and also 4 clear-cut chances leading the team. Hollywood FC, strong performance from Dexter Hall in goal, but ultimately beaten twice, and that is what proves the difference. Mograine also putting in quite a bit of work, but ultimately unsuccessful. And so Romano with a lift and a home win over Hollywood FC, who now have some questions to answer. But for now, we move on to our second match of the day, which will take place at the Nintendo in Tokyo, Japan, as Tokyo SC takes on Schwarzwälder Fußballverein, the Season 15 champions and Season 16 runners-up. A stiff test for Tokyo at home as they field their customary 4-2-3-1. As for Black Forest, delivering a very defensive lineup, 2 holding midfielders in the 4-3-3, several players behind the ball, it would seem, is the goal here. There you saw with their victory, Romana, for the moment, going joint top with Buenos Aires. And we see here a corner kick from Sky Rise for Tokyo. Lofted in, Saransa Thrall holding on to it from the header. Tokyo taking an early lead in shots with 3 already, 2 of them on target. Here's Greer. Kaido in the middle for Haglund, and then back out again. Greer underlapping. Through ball to Rise, and Sky Rise! Is he onside? No, he is not. Well, that looked like the opening goal, but once again, Sky Rise just not quite timing the run right. Will they live to regret that? Tokyo taking the early advantage here. Schwarzwalder never ones to be counted out, though. And Rise. And off the crossbar, courtesy of Ibrahimovic. And ultimately ruled offside. Rear into Kaido. Feng Shan shot blocked. As we near halftime, Tokyo with the bulk of the chances thus far, but unable to make them count. Kaido wins the ball away from Heather Bull. Fengshan losing out to Jihao. Dian, this would be a huge counterattack. Hakkinen. Scarpetta gets the challenge in. Peterson sending in the cross. Ultimately headed clear. Bull getting to it, though. Whittington into Bull. And Greer with the challenge. And the penalty has been given. Well, this is a bit against the run of play, but Wang Jihao will take a penalty for Schwarzwalder. And it is in the bottom corner. Wang Jihao putting Schwarzwalder up 1-0. And given the progression of this first half, that is a little surprising. Certainly take nothing away from SFB's industriousness to win the penalty in the first place. But on balance, Tokyo had been taking more shots. How will they bounce back from this? A well-won penalty by Schwarzwalder. And they have the advantage going into the break. Challenged by Jude Greer conceding the penalty. It is a bit of a blow to be that far ahead in XG, as you can see there in the upper left. Tokyo had been dominating the match up to that point, but it is Schwarzwalder who hold the lead, and as we all know, that is the only stat that really matters at the end of the day. It is Tokyo to get us started in the second half, hopefully bouncing back from that camera blow just before halftime. There's Adamu. Greer up the far wing. Decent amount of space. He's going to go for it himself, and right from the kickoff! Well, that is how you pick yourself up from disappointment. Jude Greer taking the kickoff, taking the pass from Adamu straight after the kickoff, making a brilliant run and delivering it to the opposite post. And Tokyo have immediately equalized. Here's Dian to send in the free kick for Schwarzwalder. Ultimately headed clear, but Hakkinen gets to it. Dian with the shot, and the best diving save. Whittington bringing the ball forward. Kaido gets a foot in. Ekholm Gunnarsson there to mop up the loose ball. Now Momo Adamu, under pressure from Jihao, sends it central to Scarpetta. Now Chang Shan, trying to find Van Gerritsen. A risky pass, but it does pay off. Here's Van Gerritsen making a run on the near flank. Squares it, and Sky Rise puts it away. And in the space of 5 minutes, a 1-0 deficit has turned into a 2-1 lead for Tokyo. Well, you can only speculate what the manager said at halftime. But whatever it is, it has worked. Van Gerritsen getting in a very advantageous position. And from that angle, from that position for Sky Rise, it was academic. Tokyo 2, Schwarzwälder 1. Schwarzwälder trying to pressure Tokyo here. We're making a run past Bull. Crossing in, finds Ibrahimovic almost. Klink though, getting to the ball with the header first and concedes a corner. Rise delivers the corner. And surrounds Sitral with the save that time. Rise crossing in, and this time Saran Sitral easily catches it. Time is running down here. Schwarzwälder have only had one shot since their penalty at the end of the first half. Tokyo have come out swinging in this second half and look set to hold on to this 2-1 victory. Sky Rise with the free kick. And this one takes a deflection off of a defender. And behind for a corner kick. Rise stands over it. Taking his time on this one. Now sends it in. Punch clear by Saran Sitral. Kaido trying to recycle this possession. Getting around Dian and sending in the cross. Saran Sitral this time holding on. Schwarzwälder need only one goal, but Tokyo keeping the ball in Schwarzwälder's half. As that free kick falls to Jiang Shan, headed behind by Ibrahimovic. Just over a minute to go, and here is Rise with the corner kick, looking to put this game away. Sent in, and it's headed just clear, or just wide, excuse me. And that will do it. Schwarzwälder with the penalty just before halftime, conceded by Ju Greer and put away by Wang Jihao. But then Greer, immediately after halftime, redeeming himself to score an equalizer. And then Sky Rise with the winner just a few minutes after that. But your player of the match is Hannah Van Gerritsen, with a solid all-around performance, including 8 dribbles past opposition players, getting into some very dangerous positions to deliver the final ball. And for Schwarzwälder, strong performances from Saran Sitral and Maximiliano, and Jihao, of course, the scorer, but ultimately not enough on this occasion. And it is Tokyo who emerge victorious. So there you have it, an exciting 2-1 comeback victory for Tokyo FC over Schwarzwälder. And that will come as good news for Reykjavik, who play next against Buenos Aires. Reykjavik, of course, in that very tense title race between them and Schwarzwälder last season, ultimately culminating in Reykjavik's victory as Major League champions. Certainly, Schwarzwälder expected to be their main title rival again this season, so Reykjavik will be happy to see one of their main title rivals slipping up away from home to Tokyo. but now they have business of their own to attend to, as Buenos Aires, of course, leading the table going into today's matches. Certainly no slouches in their own right. Reykjavik, as always, with a 4-2-3-1. Del Pirlo playing just off the right shoulder of Jean-Claude Goddam. And it's a similar setup for Buenos Aires, this time O'Leary just playing off of Bradford's right side. And with that victory, Tokyo have gone top of the table with 9 points from 4 matches. If Buenos Aires wins, they would regain the top spot with 10 points. If Reykjavik win, they would be level with 9. Tentacles with the free kick for Reykjavik. Del Pirlo with the shot, but a good save from Cabri. Del Pirlo again shoots, and this time over the bar. Corner goes in, and this time Cabri able to hold on to it. Furious Chicken's delivery not quite where it needed to be for Reykjavik. Scarpetta to Urkel. Passing among the Reykjavik defense here. Now Chicken getting it up to Andrews. Across to Del Pirlo. Back to Andrews. Takes a shot off the left foot, but it goes wide. It seems to have taken a deflection, so Andrews will take the corner kick. And once again, Cabri claiming it. Reykjavik, as we've seen with other teams so far, taking the initiative early on. Buenos Aires yet to shoot. And that shot from Urkel tipped behind for the corner. Chicken out to the edge of the box for Andrews. Andrews to the end line. And Cabri once again stopping the move in its tracks. Cabri, a resolute presence for Buenos Aires in goal over the last few seasons. Really earning his paycheck today. Brooks Patron sending in the corner for Buenos Aires. But this time it's Brickwall Jr. called into action for the first time, claiming the corner kick. Andrews knocks it past Harrison, sending him across. It falls to Arasov, but Cabri once again getting in front of it. Andrews delivers the corner. And that one's easy for Cabri to get to. Harrison and Genkal out on that far wing. We know they have chemistry together. Chicken, though, getting the ball away from them. Now Andrews around Fiacro. Now delivers the diagonal cross. Goddamn, can't get the header right. Long ball from Cabri. Genkal almost got to the end of it, but Scarpetta first to it. Now Chicken bringing it up the far wing. Del Pirlo threw a ball to Goddam. And tipped over by Cabri with an acrobatic save. Forces another corner kick for Reykjavik United. Andrews to the edge of the box. Urkel sending it back. Now Urkel to Andrews again. Here's Tentacles. And another save. And another corner kick. Cabri really earning his paycheck, and maybe an extra besides. Maybe a little bit of a bonus in the offing after this performance from Cabri already, as O'Leary takes that corner kick and starts a counterattack, but ultimately sending it back to Van der Sloth to slow the move down. Knight gets past Tentacles, crosses in, header from Bradford, but too easy for Wall to stop. It was great delivery there, but ultimately lacked the finish. Just before halftime, long ball on the free kick from Cabri, getting to it. But Andrews winning the ball and now trying to start the Reykjavik counterattack. That one snuffed out fairly quickly, though. But this one, Arasov with the interception from Guerrero Strongin. Strong challenge, but Arasov still with it. Crosses in, falls to Del Pirlo, shot blocked, and shot cleared. That was almost a heart-in-mouth moment for Buenos Aires there, but their defense remains strong just before the break, and halftime at Lake Valoran is Reykjavik 0, Buenos Aires 0. Reykjavik dominating in terms of created chances. Buenos Aires with only one shot, albeit one that was on target. Andrews and Del Pirlo leading the way for Reykjavik thus far, but no goal yet for Reykjavik. Arasov winning that challenge from the kickoff. Buenos Aires again leading the table at the start of today. This chicken sends into that corner. Del Pirlo to Urkel, and it's another corner kick, this time from the opposite side. Andrews will deliver it. Finds Urkel, edge of the box. Del Pirlo from distance. And that missed everybody and went over the end line. As I say, Buenos Aires, top of the table. The defending cup champions as well. Certainly a formidable opponent for any team. And with 30 minutes to play, holding strong against Reykjavik here. Andrews, though, to Del Pirlo. Jacker trying to close down, sends it back. And Urkel, well, I'm not really sure what he was thinking with that shot. But it wasn't anywhere close to being on target. Now Tentacles finds Arasov. Arasov touches past the defender. And another dramatic tipped save by Cabri. It's been an hour of brilliance from a Buenos Aires goalkeeper, but 30 minutes remain. Squares to Del Pirlo, back to Andrews, and Cabri once again holding on. Del Pirlo, this time not making Cabri work for it. Buenos Aires really fighting to hold on to this draw and potentially push for a winner. But Reykjavik continuing the pressure. Harrison misses the challenge on Andrews, who squares it. Furious chicken! Furious chicken! And at last, the dam has burst. Cabri unable to get to that one after doing so well all day. Finally conceding in the 73rd minute. Andrews gets around Ben Harrison out on the near wing. Puts it into Chicken, who takes the shot. Cabri couldn't quite dive far enough. And after the performance Cabri has had, the clean sheet finally breaks. And it is Reykjavik 1, Buenos Aires 0. And here's Andrews. Del Pirlo with the 1-2. Andrews again. Squares it. And sent clear by Brueras from G. Header battle falls to a diver. Tentacles. Squares it. Jean-Claude Goddamn, he goes off the post. Jean-Claude Goddamn had a golden opportunity to make it 2-0 and put this match to bed. But instead, shoots off target. It's a deep free kick for Brooks Patron. And the header, this time, off target. I believe that was O'Leary on the header there. Kicking. Now here's Andrews. And it falls to Felix Arasov. Well, it looks a little harsh on Cabri, a 2-0 scoreline. But let's look at this move again. Some quick passing here. Andrews with fancy footwork. Takes a bit of a deflection. Arasov in exactly the right place to make Buenos Aires pay. Reykjavik 2, Buenos Aires 0. Reykjavik likely to win this one now. Del Pirlo with the through ball to Andrews. Is it 3? No, it's not. A brilliant move capped off by a subpar finish. Cabri delivering the long ball. Still time for Buenos Aires to take something from this, potentially. But Arasov getting onto the end of it. Vandersloot in hot pursuit. Closing down. Forces the pass back to Ramirez. Tentacles with the cross. Cabri claiming out of the air. Has been excellent all day. Though ultimately will lose this match. Unless something very drastic happens in the last couple of minutes here. Harrison. Crossing over to Vandersloot. Now O'Leary. O'Leary in space. Deflection. Get goal! Well, it might be too little too late. Or it might be the start of a comeback. Either way, O'Leary getting in the perfect position. Takes the shot while able to block it. But Genkal absolutely burying the follow-up. And Buenos Aires have one back. But as time ticks down, it looks like that's all they're going to get. A valiant effort from Buenos Aires, but ultimately look like they will concede defeat here against Reykjavik United. There's the final whistle, and Reykjavik, a bit of a late scare there, courtesy of Neslihan getting called, but ultimately winning this one 2-1. Andrews is your player of the match. 2 assists, both of the goals coming from contributions by Henry Andrews. Scores, of course, by Furious Chicken and Felix Arasov. And Buenos Aires, you have to tip your head to Misad Cabri in goal. Kept Reykjavik out for so long. Looked good value for a clean sheet. Ultimately, it wasn't to be. And Genkal, of course, with the consolation goal, as it turned out to be, for Buenos Aires. Off of that deflection, courtesy of the Sean O'Leary shot on goal. And so Reykjavik United hold on to beat Buenos Aires 2-1 and move level with Tokyo as it stands at the top of the table. Now we move to our final match of the day in Barcelona, the Camp de la Industria, where CF Catalunya will host União São Paulo. No introduction needs to be made to the woes that Sao Paulo have faced in recent seasons. Catalunya, though, starting to see their star rise just a little bit, at least so far this season. It is a 4-4-1-1. Deali supported by Schuenar. And for Sao Paulo, they're 4-1-3-2. Catalunya already with a win on the season. Sao Paulo still looking for a point. And it is Sao Paulo who get us started in the white and black, going right to left. And it's an early corner kick for Catalunya. Dello sends it in. And headed almost over the bar, Calvin Ball holds on to it. Sao Paulo with a much-needed injection of youth over the last couple of seasons with their very talented draft classes. But here is Dello, finds Poggio, and a strong challenge from Lizard. But Hashimoto losing out to Poggio, and De Ali puts it away. Well, that is how quickly your fortunes can turn. One kick of the ball, and Sao Paulo went from being secure to being 1-0 down. Hashimoto loses control of it. Poggio pounces with the pass to De Ali. We see there De Ali is well onside. And that is Catalunya 1, Sao Paulo 0. An early deficit for Sao Paulo, but they do have a corner here through Jay Brisky. Delivered and nearly into the back of the net, but ultimately over the bar. This Grappo had it covered, but was not needed ultimately. Now De Ali at the other end. Sends it back. Here's Dello. Percussion. Takes a deflection and goes behind for a Catalunya corner. Now Dello. And Habjanic nearly heading it clear, but Panda does get to it. And another strong challenge for Habjanic. Now Hashimoto trying to get up the pitch. Is this a Sao Paulo counterattack, but forced out. Brisky. Up the line. To Fish. Destinison can't get on the end of that pass. Sao Paulo looking to force a mistake from Catalunya, but for the moment, it's Panda. Now Kamanova with the ball up the line. Brisky heads it away, but it goes to Hugh Mann. De Ali. Poggio making a run, but Lizard had it covered the whole way. Ball headed down for Chouinard. Here's Poggio. Poggio taking a touch. Cotswold happy to concede the corner there. Dello sends in the corner. And that one headed in by Hugh Mann. Well, it's set-piece brilliance from Catalunya that gets them their second goal of the match in the 11th minute. Put on a plate for Hugh Mann at the far post. Hugh Mann able to put that one away. It is Catalunya 2, Sao Paulo 0. And it's all too familiar a story for Sao Paulo as Poggio comes forward again. Cross over hit, but does find Panda ultimately. Kamanova, and it's saved from Calvin Ball. Now the corner comes in, and this time Ball holding on to it. Dello intercepting a pass now near the end line, sends it back to Kamanova. Now Hefeweizen with the shot from Chouinard. There's a shot by Hefeweizen, and then Chouinard on the rebound wins the corner. Dello now. In the air, falls to Mann with the cross, and this time held by Ball. I believe that was Panda on the header. And another corner for Catalunya. Delivery from Delo. Falls to Panda. And that one's deflected behind. Delo. And Ball holds on to that header. Delo losing out for a moment, but Justinson unable to take advantage. Now Schuenar, Hefeweizen, threw a ball to De Ali, and Ball tipping it away, and regardless of that, it wouldn't have counted as De Ali was offside. Delo's delivery sent away. Panda back to Delo, and Hefeweizen with another shot and another corner. Delo. And Brisky sending that one clear. Catalunya absolutely dominating this match as we near halftime. It is another corner kick from More Delo. Min back to Delo. Squares it for De Ali. Catalunya thriving. Sao Paulo barely surviving. It is 3-0 off of that corner kick. De Ali making a perfect run to get in position for Delo to play in the pass. And it's all too familiar a story for Sao Paulo fans as Poggio gets onto the end of that ball. Lizard does win it. Brisky sending it up the line for Fish. But Catalunya do win it back. Hefeweizen, De Ali, Lizard getting in the way. Kruskin trying to get around Hashimoto. Forced to the corner, does send it back to Poggio. Hefeweizen squares it. Delo was making a play for it, but it's ultimately Panda who loses out to Fish. Now Brisky. Is this a counterattack for Sao Paulo? Hashimoto out to Fish. Through to Velstrazen Smith. And that one just over the bar. The best chance Sao Paulo have had all day. Kruskin intercepting that pass intended for Hashimoto. Catalunya pushing for one more before the break. Velstrazen Smith trying to close down. Poggio, Delo, passing amongst themselves. Kamanova, Schuenar wins a corner kick. Delo sends it in, and ultimately headed away by Beakley Eilish. Hashimoto losing out to man. Tenderloin. Schuenar squares to De Ali and almost had a second. Excuse me, it might have been a third. In any case, it is Hefeweizen coming forward now. Has a shot, but that one well over. And I apologize, it would have been a hat trick. De Ali needing one more for 3. But will not get it before the half. It is 3-0 to Catalunya at halftime. Looking at the average positions there in the bottom left, that tells you the whole story. Catalunya absolutely relentless in their pressure, in their attack. Sao Paulo penned back into their own half for most, if not all, of the first half here. Well, you never can tell in the SSL, but it is a bit of a big ask here for Sao Paulo to come back away from home from a 3-0 gap. They do win the ball off of the kickoff. And here is Fish on the near flank. Squares it for Hashimoto and just innocent. Excuse me. It's Justinison. Hashimoto was the one who started the move. Fish. Hashimoto was lurking at the far post if needed, but it was Justinison at the near post who got onto the end of it. And Sao Paulo, from the kickoff, see they're perfectly onside, does get the first goal for Sao Paulo. Has the fire been lit? In the meantime, Delo sending in the corner, and it's a goal kick. Delo now with a free kick, and a dangerous free kick it was. Well, if there was a fire, it might have just been extinguished. What a free kick from Amore Delo. Top corner, ball just cannot get to it. And Catalonia restore their 3-goal lead. It is Catalonia 4, Sao Paulo 1. Well, that is a bit of a kick in the teeth for Sao Paulo. They had just scored a couple of minutes prior to that. Looked like the comeback could be on, but now Poggio intercepting that pass from Beakley Eilish. Now it's Pruskin. Poggio. And that's another one for Poggio. And it is 5-1 to Catalonia. Pruskin laid it off to Poggio, who was in plenty of space. Poggio with his first goal of the day. Now Poggio. Hapaweisen to Delo at the edge of the area. And Ball holding on to this one. Risky pass back, but this Grappo, who, let's face it, hasn't had a lot to do today, does deliver it far up the pitch. Poggio to the end line, trying to square it, but nobody made the run. Deali, the closest player to that attempt. Corner kick, courtesy of Delo, incoming. That one was headed right at Calvin Ball. De Groot off to Hashimoto. Trying the cross, but strong block from Pruskin deflects it to Grappo. Well, Strazen-Smith with a bad touch there. Deali almost had the hat trick. And Bill Strazen-Smith breathing a sigh of relief. Couldn't bring the ball under control and nearly made to regret it. Fish. Habjanic now. Here comes Velstrazen-Smith again. De Groot loses out. Pruskin passes back to Poggio. Cotswold clearing, but Catalonia retaining possession. Here is Delo. Out to Kamenova. Kamenova in space. Shoots! Ljubica Kamenova makes it 6. It's been an absolute clinic here in Barcelona. Camanova cuts inside and takes the shot professionally. Catalunya 6, Sao Paulo 1. Poggio with the through ball, trying to find Panda. Risky with the challenge, but it falls to Delo. Risky missing that challenge, and Amore Delo. Just a precise move by Amore Delo to make it 7-1 to Catalunya. That touch takes Brisky out of the play completely. It's a tight angle to finish from, but Delo makes it look easy. Catalunya 7, Sao Paulo 1. 15 minutes or so to play. "31 shots for Catalunya. 32 now. 15 of them on target. As Delo sends in the corner. Almost headed in for 8. And Fish gets onto it and sends it out of danger. Catalunya still pressing the attack. Here's Poggio. Strong challenge from Lizard, but Poggio retains possession. Now Priskin squaring it. Panda misses. Courtesy of ball. It's right down the middle, but ball with the diving save. Now Delo sends in the corner. And Ball holding onto it, has to be careful, nearly crossed the end line there. Nearly crossed the goal line, rather, but ultimately keeps it out. As we near the end of this one, Sao Paulo, well beaten by Catalunya. Could be one to watch, Catalunya, in the coming match days. With a performance like this. Camanova with a diving challenge to win the ball away from Fish, and now Chouinard coming forward again. Strazen Smith sending it away. Now Hefeweizen has another shot from distance, this one off the crossbar. Had a few of those shots so far, Hefeweizen, but nothing doing. Fish brings it under control. Bringing it forward. Chased by Panda. Gets into the box. Tries to find a person in the middle, and it's Zyquarn Delathron, Velstrazen Smith, who gets one back for Sao Paulo. Well, it's a hollow victory, as they are still 5 goals down. But a good finish from Velstrazen Smith. But it is Catalunya who take away an emphatic 7-2 victory over União Sao Paulo. Deali with the brace, Delo with the brace, goals from Mann, Poggio, and Camanova. For Sao Paulo, Justinison and Velstrazen Smith helping to soften the blow slightly. But it is Amore Delo who is your player of the match with that performance. Some bright spots for Sao Paulo, courtesy of Calvin Ball and Eric Fish, as well as Velstrazen Smith with the second, but ultimately another match to forget for Sao Paulo. That will conclude our business for match day number 4 in the Major League season number 17. We leave you with one more look at today's results and the standings. Romano with a 2-0 win over Hollywood earlier today in our first match. Then Tokyo SC with a comeback victory over Schwarzwalder, 2-1 the score there. Reykjavik winning 2-1 over Buenos Aires to move level with Tokyo in the table. Catalunya dismantling Sao Paulo by a scoreline of 7-2. We take a look at the table, 4 matches in. Reykjavik and United and Tokyo SC level on 9 points at this early stage in the season. Buenos Aires and Romana on 7 behind them. Catalunya, with their second win of the season, move up on 6 points to fifth place, ahead of Schwarzwalder, who've had a surprisingly pedestrian, I guess is the best word for it, start to this season. Hollywood with a very disappointing start at 3 points, and União Sao Paulo at the foot of the table on 0 points. And that'll do it for me. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been Metafiction. Until next time, take care.